I really intended to draw this in such a way that the audience could watch it happening, but I couldn't do that. I needed to quietly just see him, because this is important. Originally, I was going to begin the drawing of Kenny with the audience watching as I do it, but I couldn't do that. I needed to just quietly concentrate on who I was seeing. I've known him for 60 years.
68.
68 years. First as a baby, now as an adult. And it was very emotional. It made it very difficult for Kenny because I couldn't begin until I was alone with him and could just think. I found out, then let me explain what we're doing. Originally, I was going to show you how I draw Kenny's face, but once I sat next to him, I knew I needed to concentrate in different ways. It wasn't just a drawing, it was my son. And I said, I have to be quiet, I have to be alone with you, and nothing of anybody watching. I have to feel what I'm feeling, because it's emotional. I didn't allow Kenny to photograph it as I worked, because I needed to be alone with Kenny and looking at him so that I would see him correctly. Don't forget, I've known him since he was a baby, and I needed to do it as he was right now. Okay, and so I said, no, Kenny, you can intermittently show the drawing and intermittently show me drawing in the act of drawing, but I can't do it correctly if I'm with an audience. I need to think of what I'm doing. I need to be there in how I feel about you. I've known you for over 60 years, 68 years. And I see your child in you and the human being in you who lives his own life. And I have to combine them. And so I can't do it with an audience watching. So I've been drawing, and I got him. And can you just point to it, Kenny?
I sure can.
Okay, and I'll keep drawing as they do. Watch. Should I keep talking?
Sure.
I'd rather not.
You'd rather not talk?
Right, because it's very emotional. I really got him. This is how I see him. Even though in this, he doesn't look as if he's 68. The lines on his forehead are more pronounced.
Oh, she's gonna be in trouble.
Yes, but I love him so much that I have to think. And I could only do it if I wasn't talking at that time. But I got him. I got him. I can sign my name because that's not emotional. It's just great gratitude. I'm so grateful for who he is. I can do my signing without being emotional. But I couldn't do his eyes without wanting to laugh and smile. (2024) Thank you, Kenny, for letting me do it this way. I couldn't have concentrated if I would have been on the program as I did your face. I have a feeling I made him look more like 18 than 68, but in my eyes, that's who he is. I would like to stop.
Sure. Do you want to tell about yesterday?
I would like you to begin because I'm feeling very emotional right now. Yesterday was a miracle. Johanna, you did magic. Let Kenny talk about it.
Sure. Well, we're actually going to put up Hetty's amazing speech, but Johanna created a magnificent, magnificent party, and full of love and joy and celebration, and a celebration of Hetty, and there was all arts and crafts, and people actually made all these ornaments that they put on a tree with notes to Hetty on the ornaments. We have a giant bag.
And show the cookies if you can.
Oh, and cookies, lots of cookies. And giant ornaments that everybody made, and Hetty got up and spoke. Her painting was there, and lots of people purchased prints, and there's still more prints available signed by her, and every penny of that money goes to Artists in Partnership, which is an organization that Johanna heads and is just absolute magic as she is. She made all this happen. This was Hetty's dream, to be able to get her prints out there, to be able to have them sold, and to be able to give that as a contribution. And it was just so complex, and Johanna took it on, made it happen, and it was a sweet, peaceful, exciting, festive, well-attended, warm, amazing party. And we are so grateful to Johanna. Amazing. And Ed says, such a great portrait by the proudest mom. And Kathy said, sorry, Kenny, I was trying to reply yes, but my phone wouldn't send. And Dina said, what a gift. Who in the world has their mom be able to draw them? Gorgeous. And Hernan is watching, and Yola is watching, and Denise is watching, and Vicky is watching. Dory Smith happened to say, damn, he's old. Dory, you know you're going to get it. Beth Ruland is watching. Eileen is watching, and she's been giving us audio commentary. Thank you, Eileen. We love you. Fran Rosenberg is watching. Eddie said, sorry, Hetty. Hi, Hetty and Kenny. Sorry I couldn't make it yesterday. Phyllis Cooper is watching. Johanna says, hi, everyone. Carol Hodkin says, hi, everyone. Tammy Smith is here, and Dina is here. And says, love from Dina and Jeff. Tammy's here, and Kathy is here. I think I covered everyone. And Hernan says, much love from Hernan and Christopher. And Kathy says, we so wanted to go, but John was diagnosed with COVID yesterday. Oh, and so sorry. And Tammy says, I saw some photos of your event yesterday, and we're going to have Hetty's speech up on Facebook.
Thank you. Okay.
Oh, and shout out to Paula, who just had her birthday. And Silas, who just had his birthday.
Yes.
And Luis, who just had his birthday.
Happy birthday.
Dina says,
many years since I last saw Luis.
Many years, many years.
Much too long.
Yes.
I would just like to thank all of you for being in my world. I'm surrounded by such miracles. And it all happened because when I was 8 years old, I thought if I would draw everybody in the world, nobody would ever hate anybody. And I love all of you so deeply. Kenny, let me hold up the picture.
Wow. Beautiful. Eileen says, wish we could have been there. So glad it was an extraordinary event. Well-deserved celebration of Hetty and her artwork.
But it's Eric's legacy. You know, Eric is the one who said let's do a painting who shows the people that we know. The world portrays everything as a sensation. And somehow the world has the wrong opinion that only crime is interesting.
Mm-hmm.
All of you in my life, I picked because of your goodness. Because that's what Eric wanted me to show. Why, Kenny, your oil goes on the picture. Okay. I want to say, when people would say, tell us what this concentration camp was like, tell us what it was, he would say, why should I go back to a place in my memory that I don't want to be in? And he said, in the concentration camp, what I allow myself to remember is two washerwomen who were very poor. And this was, they had a big boiling pot with boiling water into which they threw the uniforms and washed them. But they had another pot in back where only they went and they always had a big pot of soup cooking. And when the guards were not there, they would call us prisoners one by one to come in and give us soup. And that's what Eric chose to remember. And he wants that painting to show that this also is our world. People who share their soup in whichever way is necessary. And he asked me to do that painting to show that part of humanity. Because if you only see people as evil, and you do not realize there are others, and the others need to be told about too. And I didn't get a chance to say it yesterday because I was too emotional. But let me say it today when I'm doing Kenny, who's a psychotherapist, who taught me how to meditate. And in my meditation, I learned that the world is trying to become itself, and it's not there yet, and we have to help it. Thank you. I love you all. When I say it, it's with my full heart. Thank you for existing.
Do you want to sketch some more? Or keep talking?
I'm done sketching.
Okay.
I got you.
You did. Do you want to say anything about what the experience of drawing is like for you? Like what you experience inside? Because it seemed like you were experiencing a lot.
I got that through meditation. I didn't allow myself to think of an audience. I just thought of Kenny only, and all of the years of watching him become who he is. And I got it in the picture. And I couldn't do it while I was talking. I think that's what meditation is. It allows you to cast aside everything except what you're zeroing in on. And I zeroed in, and he understood when I said, Kenny, I can't show it while I draw it. I have to be alone with your thinking. And of course, Kenny being Kenny, he understood.
Let me tell you some comments.
I love comments.
Carol is saying, amazing drawing, so handsome. Yes, you made me very handsome. Vicky says, your son is very handsome. What a blessing. And Tibor is watching, and Sandy is watching, and Dina says, let's get copies of Kenny. We'll put it on Facebook. And Tibor says, late but here, that he's here.
I have to say something about Tibor. Through my friends from New Paltz, I got to have a friend my age who comes in a certain way from the same world, though his was harder. And Tibor, when I met you, it was a friendship that I cannot describe. I would love to draw you one day, but only if I could just see you without an audience. Imagine being in your 90s and for the first time meeting somebody you've been close to without seeing for years.
Marcia is here, and she says, sorry I'm late. Sandy says, hi, Aunt Hetty, love you, Sandy and Ishmael. And Hetty, what do you see? What next? You finished the giant oil painting. What's next for you with art? What are you craving to do?
Pencil. I don't want to paint again because you owe so much to the point, to the paint. It tells you what to do. A pencil in your hand is like an extension of you, and it listens. And it does. You don't have to wait for it to dry. And I was made to do pencil. Things belong to you when you hold them. And I'm going to go out into the world and draw. I would like to do portraits, but only with people who allow me to really know them. Like Kenny, who just sat and nobody else watched. I cannot cheer myself when I do pencil. I need to just get into it and feel the person.
It's a deep space you go into.
Well, I'm used to drawing people who don't know that I'm drawing them, and I catch the soul that way. I can't have a partner in it. And I didn't know that once. With oil, I can take any partners because nothing is finished. I do not have to think the way I think. Can you read some more comments?
Absolutely, I was just going to do that. So, Dina says, and the pencil has an eraser in case of a do-over. And Dina said your pencil is an extension of your heart and soul.
Yes. Dina, I must draw you. I must draw you one day when you come again.
Beautiful. And if anyone has any...
And definitely Jeff.
And if anyone has any questions for Hetty about her drawing, her art, anything. Oh, and let me let you know also that anybody who wants to buy the print, signed print, it's going to be available on the website. You didn't have to be there. And Johanna is going to put that together so you can actually make that purchase from the website, which is a wonderful, wonderful thing. And Dina says, I would be honored. Okay, I will bring Jeff too.
Dina, we have such a relationship. You write to me on the days when Eric had a birthday, when Eric was liberated. It all happened because you walked into our gallery to frame pictures. How strange the universe is. That it finds the people who need each other and brings them together. I'm done talking. I'm just filled with gratitude and hunger. I want to eat some more.
Oh, you want to eat some more? Dina says nothing happens in God's world by mistake.
You're right. Even Hitler, because he brought me to Panama. Though I don't want to go that far.
And Dina is saying, and you were both in need of fruit and vegetables. Thank you, Kenny and Joni, for sharing Mom and Dad with all of us. And Marcia, who was there, said, Hetty, your event yesterday was wonderful. What a beautiful celebration of your art.
And of people. I wanted it to be a celebration of humanity.
Anything you want to say in closing?
I love you all. It's the most truthful thing I can say. Good night.
And I'll just say, Eddie says, I wish you, Hetty, and Kenny a happy Hanukkah and Merry Christmas. You are the best present we could ask for.
How about a Happy New Year also?
Right, because this New Year is Eric and Hetty's anniversary. New Year's Eve is their anniversary. But and Dina says Happy Hanukkah, but we'll see you next Monday.
Meaning each of you. Good night. I love you.